Good afternoon, all my dear participants. I am Piyush Agarwal, Assistant Professor at Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Graphic Era Team to be University, Dehradun. The topic of my session is Indian Knowledge System. Knowledge as a category embraces a large and wide spectrum of domains. Science is one of the domain of knowledge. Knowledge has evolved with the evolution of humankind and depending on their ecological context, knowledge and cultures have evolved. Attempting to separate a specific domain as a knowledge system within any particular national or cultural context is fraught with problems. The task is complicated further when one examines works that use an all-embracing terms like Indian knowledge systems.
Indian civilization. Indian civilization has always attached great value to knowledge. Its amazingly large body of intellectual texts, the world's largest collection of manuscripts, its attested tradition of thinkers and schools in so many domains of knowledge. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse number 33, 37, and 38, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that knowledge is the great purifier and liberator of the self. Indian knowledge tradition is ancient and uninterrupted like the flow of the river Ganga. Knowledge or jnana has been at the center of all rational and spectral inquiry in India. In Indian knowledge system, there are three terms that are closely connected to in all the discussion of knowledge. They are darshana, jnana, and vidya. Darshana is the philosophy of the system, the point, the view with which leads to the jnana or the knowledge. And when the knowledge gathered about a particular domain is in organized and synthesized for the purpose of self-reflection and pedagogy, it is called the Vidya, discipline. Swami Vivekananda quoted about the India is that if there is any land on this earth that can lay claim to be the blessed Punya Bhumi, to be the land to which all the souls of earth must come to the account for karma, the land to which every soul that is wending its way Godward must come to attain its last home, the land where humanity has attained its highest towards gentleness, towards generosity, towards purity, towards calmness, above all, the land of introspection of the and of spirituality. It is India. Sir Will Durant, an American historian, quoted on Sanskrit that India was the motherland of our race and Sanskrit is the mother of Europe's languages. She was the mother of our philosophy, mother through the Arabs of which of our mathematics, mother through the Buddha of the ideal embodied in Christianity, mother through the village community of self-government and democracy. Mother India is in many ways the mother of us all. Mark Taiwan, an American author, quoted on Indian Arthashastra that India is the cradle of human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great grandmother of tradition. Our most valuable and most instructive material in the history of man are treasured up in India only. Albert Einstein quoted about Indian Ganit that we owe a lot to the Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery could have been made. Sir James Grant quoted on Rasayana that many of the advances in the science that we have considered today to have been made in Europe were in fact made in India years ago. In modern science, there are words which are taken from, or the origin of those words are from the Sanskrit. For example, duet. Duet is a modern science word that comes from Vita. Similarly, three, pentane, septum. They are come from Sanskrit words Trita, Pancha, Saptam. Saptam means seven. As you can look, that door uh, that is being used today has come from the word Sanskrit word Dwara. Kendra is a Sanskrit word which is today being converted to central in modern science. Similarly, Shela is converted or originated from Kala. Osteopathy is originated from Osthi. Geriatrics come from Jara. Techno come from Techna. Similarly, statistics come from Sthiti. Bios come from Vayu. Igneous come from Agni. Mother from Matri. Father from
Today's first topic is Vedic farming. India is the country where, like all other sciences, the invention of agriculture with all its means and methods was also made first in the world. According to the Indian historical tradition, the first transition from the pastoral economy to agricultural economy took place first in the beginning of the Vaisvasata Manvantara. As per Indian historical records registered in the tradition of Purana, earth was very fertile in the beginning of the creation of the its, and so it is capable of producing fruits and other grains spontaneously without being cultivated. The earth yielding fruits and grains without cultivation was known as Akshri, Akshitapacha, or the earth yielding crops without being cultivated. Or it is also known as Kamaduk, which means that the earth yielding grains and fruits as per the needs and desire of humans without cultivation. The grains and fruits yielded spontaneously by earth were known as Soma or Akshritapachya Anna. That is, crops yielded by earth spontaneously without being cultivated. In fact, in the Vedic Samhita, the other texts, herbs growing on earth without cultivation are often described as soma. Thus, the people in the beginning of creation are dependent on Aksharata Pacha, or, or we can also say that the people in the beginning of creation depends on the uncultivated grains. This continued till the end of the Kaksha, Kakshashusa Manvantra. That is, till Kakshashutra Manvantra, there were no crops. Nobody was pursuing for cultivation or cattle earning. Trading was also not needed at that time. All such things came into view in Vaishvasta Manvantra. It was only in the Vaivasvata Manvantra that earth lost its fertility and spontaneous growth of the grains on the earth ceased to occur. Or we can also say that earth was not able to grow enough amount of grains spontaneously or without cultivation, which fulfill the needs of the peoples at that time. So then the agriculture was invented on earth, and we ushered in the era of agricultural economy, or the era of cultivated crops, from that of the pastoral economy. For the purpose of introduction of agriculture, the earth was made cultivated by the way of cleaning and labeling, etc. This process was known as Gomeda Yajna, where Go in physical sense means planet and planet Earth, and Neda means purification or preparedness for farming. Go was also used in the sense of anna or grains. Even after the invention of agriculture, the emphasis was given to spontaneous growth grains and fruits. Because according to the scholars or Vedic scholars, spontaneous or naturally grown grains are more promoting and capable of providing longevity to life than the cultivated crops. The cultivation was considered as the act of violence, and the people were advised to refrain from violent act of cultivation so far as possible. There were several ways to identify the maximum probability or of the growth of the life-sustaining grains. One of them is given in the Satpata Brahma, Brahmana as where there is abundance of herbs on earth, there is the maximum possibility of growth of life-sustaining grains. So in the case of non-availability of natural grown herbs or grains, the ways of farming according to the laws of nature was also developed. Natural farming technique was developed for better crops, and in these technique, the sum of the steps that includes are as the selection of first step is to select the farming land. So soft in for the farming, soft land is preferred, or the land that has the soft soil is preferred. Once the land is selected, the process of leveling and smoothing of the land is followed. This is the first and the key step of Vedic farming. After this, the test of the soil fertility is performed to check this whether the land has the capability to yield the crop or not. The Sesamum seeds, which we call till, are used. If these seeds or if the crops of sesamum does not excuse me, sorry, does not flourish, then nothing can be grown there, and it is better to avoid farming in such land. In the case the sesamum is flourished, it can be crushed when in bloom to allow it to mingle with the soil. It would become an excellent green manure for preparing the soil for further cultivation. Now the next Vedic treatment for seeds for better growth are in this addition with the sesamum treat of the soil. What Vedic technique says is the treatment of seed is also suggested in Vedic terms. As per this statement, seeds should be soaked in milk for 10 days and taking them out daily with the hands smudged with ghee. They must be rolled many times in cow dung before being planted in the soil treated with sesamum. Then they must be irrigated with water mixed with milk. Now, uh, once the seeds are planted, if the fertilizers are required in the Vedic farming, how to how fertilizers are prepared, it is also described. So the fertilizers prescribed in Vedic farming can be prepared with ghee, with a mixture of ghee, ushira, sesamum, honey, piranga, milk, cow dung, and sandal paste. In the case of fruits are destroyed prematurely, watering with milk in normal temperature or boiled milk, uh, with when it is cooled after being boiled with the horse gram, or which is also known as kulthi, and black gram urad, green gram, or in normal language we call it as moong, sesamum, and barley is advisable. For increasing the yield, crops should be sprinkled constantly with a mixture of the powder of the dung of the goat as well as of the seed, powder of sesamum, wheat, and water kept for 7 nights in the portion of 3:3:1:40. Now, you can see that these days poisonous substances are being used as pesticides and insecticides to cure the palm plants of their various diseases. Vedic seers invented that trees are also human beings get diseases by the variation of three elements present in their bodies: vata or air, pitta or fire, and kapha, or you can say water. In Vedic times, when trees showed the symptom of diseases, they were cured of their diseases by sprinkling herbal pesticides made up of paste of piranga, ghee, and slit with water and milk. Also, sometimes smoke treatment of turmeric powder is also suggested in the case of trees getting infected with some diseases as well for getting bumper crops.
Our next topic of this discussion is the Vedic mathematics. Vedic mathematics contains the different sutras of mathematics which solves the problems of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square root, cube root, and so on very easily with some mathematics tricks. So let's start with Math Sutras. Math Sutras are the secret with which ancient Indians performed their feat over 5,000 years ago. This system was lost to the world until it was discovered by a scholar in the forest of South India some 50 years ago. So it can be labeled as the 20th century phenomenon. These sutras hold the power of speed up your calculation so that they will provide you the confidence and make maths fun and interesting for you. They will help you in studies just the same way the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali have improved one's health. The Math Sutras open up a world of possibilities for everyone. Problems which once seemed difficult and daunting are child's play now. The sutras show that although maths problem may seem abstract and unbelievable in the beginning, they all have principles and logic behind them. Most of the sutras are very visual when you apply them. These visual patterns make the sutras very easy to remember and practice. Let's see some of the math sutras today. So we will begin with multiplication, and here we will see the base method of multiplication. This method is used to multiply number close to power of 10. Let's start this sutra or this trick with a simple multiplication of 9 cross 8. We all know that answer is 72. Let's see what how we can solve it using the sutra. We know that closest power of 10 to this to 9 and 10 is 10. So we will consider base as 10. Now write it in this form. Now subtract 10 from this number. So we will get 9 minus 10, which is equivalent to minus 1. Minus 1. Similarly, 8 minus 10 is equal to 2. Now, our next step is to identify the leftmost digit first. So how we can do is, how can we find it? Either by adding this number to this number, that is cross addition, or adding this number to this one with the sign. We have to add the numbers with the sign. So 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. Sorry, not minus 9 minus 2 is equal to 7, and 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. So we will add 9 and 2 and 8 and 1. So 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. And 8 minus 2 are so we will add 9 and minus 2 and 8 and minus 1. 9 plus minus 2 is minus. 9 minus 2 is equal to 7. 8 plus minus 1 is equal to 7. So we can consider any one of these 7, either of these 7. So we will write here 7. And then for the rightmost digit, we will multiply these two numbers. That is minus 1 into minus 2. That is, which is equal to plus 2. So we will get 72 as our answer. And also we know that 9 into 8 is equal to 70. Now let's take another example. 99 into 97. Now this is a little bit, if we directly multiply, then it will be a troublesome. So let's make our calculation easier. Just write these numbers in this form. Now we know that 99 and 97 are close to 100. So in this case, our base is 100. So 99 minus 100 is minus 1. 97 minus 100 is minus 3. Now the same task, add these numbers crosswise. So we'll get 99 minus 3 is equal to 96. And 97 minus 1 is equal to 96. And anyhow, we will get 96. So we will write 96 over here. And if you multiply, now we have to multiply it, minus 1 and minus 3. Minus 1 into minus 3 is equal to 3. And we know, as we know that this is 3-digit number, 100 is 3-digit number, and there are 2 zeros. So we have to make in mind that here in the right hand side of this line, there will be the number of digits will be equivalent to the number of zeros in the power of 10. That is 10 to the power 2 is 100. So there are 2 zeros, we will have 2 digits. Therefore, I have written 0 in this case. So 99 into 97 is equal to 9603. Let's check it out with our normal mathematics method. 99 into 97. 7 nines are 63. 6 is carry on. 9 sevens again 63. That is 69. 1. And here we will carry over 8. 9 nines are 81. That is 8 and 9. This is 3. 9 plus 1 is 10. 9 plus 6 plus 1 is 16. Carry over 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9603. So this is very easy method, you can see. Now let's take one more example. And 997 into 1, 2, 3. We know that this number is close to 1000. So we'll take base as base as 1000. So let's start the multiplication with the trick. Subtract 1000 with 997, we will get minus 3. And if we subtract 1000 with this, we will get 778. That is 877 in negative. Now our next step is add these numbers to get the left digits. So if we add 1, 2, 3 and minus 3, we will get 120. So 120 is our first three digits of the answer. In the next three digits will be calculated by multiplying these numbers. If you multiply 877 with 3, we will get 7 into 3, 21, 21. Eight, 7 into 7 threes are 21, 3s are 21, 3, 2, 8 3 are 24, 3, 1. One, 21 plus 2, 23, 24, 26. We will get 2631. Okay. Now, as we know that there should be only 3 digits in the rightmost cell. So we have this 2 is the carryover digit. We have to add this 2 to the digit 120. So we will get 120 plus 2, that is 122. So our answer will be 122631. So 997 cross 123 will be equal to 122631. Now let's see another example. 15 into 8. The closest power of 10 is 10 only. Now let's do a multiplication. 15 minus 10 will be equal to 5. So we will write here 5. This is plus 5. And 8 minus 10 is minus 2. If we add these two numbers crosswise, then we will get 13. That is 15 minus 2 is 13, or 8 plus 5 is 13. So we will get 13. And if we multiply these two, we will get minus 10. So, and also we know that there could be only one digit in the right hand side. So we have to do something with this minus 1. In the earlier case, this is the plus sign. Okay, but this is negative. So we have to do a little bit of tricks. We will multiply 13 with 10, we will get 30, and then we will subtract this number, that is 10, from this. We will get 120. So this is our answer. 15 into 8 is equal to 120. If you multiply it, you will get the same. Let's see our next sutra, that is addition. Mathematics sutras of addition helps the person calculate the addition operation in his mind itself. We'll see with the example, how can we do this? Let's take example of 17 plus 15. Arrange them in this order, 17 plus 15. 7 plus 5 is 12 and 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, we know that this 12 should, in this 12 number, the 1 is to be carried forward in the next digit. So this 1 will be added to 2. Then the updated number will be 3, 2. That is 32. So this is a small number. If we add a larger numbers like 97 plus 89. So 7 plus 9 is 16. 9 plus 18 is 70. Now, we keep in mind that we have to do all the addition in our mind. So this one will go to, will be added to 17, which will become 18, and this 6 will come as it is. So our answer is 186. 97 plus 89 is 186. Now, if there are some times when we have to add a number which is close to power of 10 with some other number, and sometimes we feel it difficult to add. So the easy trick for this is, maybe some of you have done do this only, but let's take the example. Let's take a number 24 plus 9. This is quite easier, but for the trick, I'm using this number. So 24 plus 9. We know that 9 is, add 24 with 10, which will come to 34. Now subtract 1, we will get 33. Let's take another example, 117 plus 98. Now this is a little bit tricky if you add it directly, but with this trick, it will be very easy. 98 is close to 100, okay? And the difference between 98 and 100 is 2. If we add, instead of 98, if we add 100 to 117, we will get 217. And now we know that we have added 2 more this number to get 100. So if we subtract 2, we will get the required answer, 250. That's it. So this is the trick that for addition that you can do in your mind. Let's take one more example of adding three numbers at the same time. Let's take 117, 251, and 796. Now we will add 9 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 6 is 14. 9 plus 1, 10, 10, 50. Now we know that this one in the 14, this one is to be carried forwarded over here. So the updated number will get 164. Now we will jump to this number. 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. So we will have 10 and 164. And we know that in 164, this one is to be carried forwarded here. So we will get 1164. This is the answer of the addition. So These are the tricks for addition. In Math Sutras, there is a trick for division, which is known as flag method. Let's understand this trick with an example. Let's take example 848 divided by 31. Arrange the numbers in the following manner. 31, 8, 4. The digit that comes after this line will be part after the decimal point. Okay, we know that the last digit will contribute in the decimal places for 2-digit number. For 3-digit number, the decimal place is shifted to the after the second place. That is, it will come from here. Okay, so let's start the example. The trick will be like this. We have to first divide 8 by 3. So our quotient will be 2, and we will write it here. And if we divide 8 by 3, we will get remainder as 2. Plus 3 to 6, remainder 2. Now, what will be the next quotient? Quotient will be 24 minus 1 2. 1 2, which will be equivalent to 22. So now we have to divide this 22 by 3. We have to do 22 divided by 3. So what we will get is 7 3s are 21. 7, 21, and 1 will be the remainder. 1 will come here. Now, next question will be 18 minus 7 into 1, that is 7. So 18 minus 7 will be equal to 11. So 3 into 3 is 9, and 2 is the remainder. These are 9, and 2 is the remainder. If we go forward, we will add 0 over here. Then we will get 20 minus 3, that is 17. So 17 divided by 3, we will divide 17 by 3. We will get 5 as the. So this is our answer, 27.3. But if we divide 848 by 31 using normal method, then that will be a little bit longer one. And this will get completed in only these steps. Let's take another example. 7943 minus 42. Okay, now let's start. 7, 9, 4, and 3 over here. 2. So what we have to do is we have to do 7 divided by 4. Then we will 4 when the 4, and at remainder we will get 3. Now 39 minus 1 into 2. That is 39 minus 2, which is equal to 37. So we'll get 4 into 9 is 36 and remainder is 1. So next result will be 14 minus 9 into 2, which is equal to minus 4. Now here, since this is a negative number, we have to apply some trick. We have to minus 1 from this number, that is, we will get 8, and add this number over here. So instead of 1, we'll update it with 5, because 1 plus 4 is 5. So our next number will get 54 minus 2 into 8, that is 16. So 54 minus 16 is 54 minus 16, 8, 4 minus 1 is 38. 38 divided by 4 will be equivalent to 4 nines are 36 and 2 as remainder. Now 23 minus 9 into 2, that is 23 minus 18, which is equivalent to 5. So it will be 4 1, 4 1 is 4 and remainder is 1. So our answer is 189.1. 7943 divided by 42 will equal to 189.1. Now let's take one more trick in division itself. The trick is when the denominator is close to 9, how to solve it. Let's suppose we have to find the result of the 6 divided by 49. What will be the value? Closest multiple of 10 to 49 is 50. So what we will do is we will calculate for 6 divided by 50 in some other manner. So 6, we can write it as 6 is approximately equal to 6 divided by 50, which is again equal to 0.6 divided by 5. Now we will solve this. If we divide this, we will get 0.1 as quotient and 1 as the remainder. We will write 1 over here. Now our next quotient will be 1.1 and so if we divide 1.1 by 5, what we will get? 2 and remainder as 1. Our next number is 12. So 5 to the 10, remainder is 2. Again 22, next number is 22. So 5 4s are 20 and 2 remain. Similarly 4 and 4, and it will keep on going. So our approx this will be, so 6 by 49, we can write it as 0.12244. This is a little trick to get answer like this. The next sutra is casting out 9 while calculating the digit sum. Casting out 9 means we have to ignore all the 9s or the numbers which are adding up to 9. Why it is so, we will see. Let's suppose there is a number
39. We have to find the sum of its digit, that is the digit sum. Then we will 9 plus 3. It is 9 plus 3 is 12. And then again we have to do 1 plus 2, that is it comes to 3. So the digit sum is 3. We ignore this 9, then also our digit sum is 3. That's why we are ignoring 9 over here. Now let's calculate the digit sum for this number 1, 2, 5, 4, 9, 8, 7. Okay. Then we will ignore this one, 5 plus 4, 9. We will ignore it. We will ignore this 9. We will ignore 8 plus 9. But we will not ignore this 2 and 7. So remaining is 2 and 7. So 2 plus 7 is 9. Why we're not ignoring this is because if we ignore this, then our digit sum will get 0. So it is 9. Therefore, we have to keep if there is a sum which is if the digit sum is getting to 9 or there is only one digit 9, then we don't have to ignore that last 9 because that is the sum. Okay. But if it is with some other digit, then we can ignore it. There is no harm. So let's take one more example for this. 5, 1, 6, 3, 2. So the result will be, this will be cancelled out. Next, the remaining is 5 plus 1 plus 2, that is 8. Our digit sum is 8. Now let's try to get using the normal method. So 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, 17, that is 1 plus 7, which is equal to 8. So we have got the correct answer. Okay. Now let's see what are the different application where this digit sum can be used. One application of digit sum is to check the answers. We can check the answers for addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. So first, let's see its application for the check answer for the addition. It is very easy. Let's take number 732 plus 352. If we add them, we will get 1084. Okay. And the digit sum of this number, the resultant number will be 4. How? 1 plus 8 is 9, so we will ignore this. And 4, remaining is 4. So 4 will be the digit sum of the answer. Now let's check for this. 7 plus 2 is 9. So we will ignore 7 and 2. And then remaining is 3. So digit sum of 732 is 3. Digit sum of this number 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. Now what we have to do is we have to add these digits, add the digit sum of the two numbers, that is 3 and 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now, if we compare this 4, that is the digit sum of the answer, and the digit sum of these 3 and 1, this should be equivalent. If these are equivalent, then answer is correct.
Let's check for the second example when there is a wrong answer. So let's check 765 plus 900, 9,000. Sorry. Okay, we have to do, we are adding, we are performing addition. 7,522. First, get the correct answer. 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 plus 2, 8. 5 plus 1, 6. 9, 1. 9 plus 7 is. So let's change the digit. This to 3. Okay. So this is our wrong answer. So let's get the digit sum of all these three numbers, then we will compare. So 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14, 14 plus 5 is 19. 19, 1 plus 9 is 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 4, 5, 9. We will ignore this 9 and take this 9. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 6 plus 3 is 9. First, we will ignore this. 8 plus 1 is 9. We will ignore this. Remaining 7. Now we'll see. 9 plus 2 is 11. That is 2. So digit sum of the digit sum of these number is 2, but the sum of the digit sum of the answer is 7. And this is not equal. So 7 and 2 are not equal. Therefore, answer is wrong. And also, meaningfully, I have done the wrong calculation. So this is wrong. In this manner, we can verify our addition, answer of addition. Now, let's go for subtraction. Let's take the example 4, 3, 2, 1, or 4,3 to 1, 1,786. So digit sum will be 437, 7 plus 2, 9. So 9, we will ignore this 9. 8 plus 9, we will ignore it. 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 means 1, 3. 1 plus 3 is minus 13. That is minus 13 minus 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. Now its answer will be 11 minus 6 is 5. 12 minus 11 minus 8 is 3. 5 and 2. If we find the sum of these digits, then we will get 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 means 6. Now, this is a negative number. Okay, we have to make it positive. How? We will add plus 9 with it. We will get a positive number. Or there's two methods, either add it here or add after the adding these two numbers. So we'll see the first one. Minus 4 plus 9. Why we are adding plus 9? Because plus 9 does not make any difference to the digit sum. It will remain as it is. So to make it minus 4 as positive, we will add 9. So minus 4 plus 9 is 5. Updated number is 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6. This is the digit sum. Another method is we will add 1 with minus 4. We will get minus 3. Okay. Now add plus 9 with it. We will get 6. We will get 6. And 6 is our answer. That's sum of the answer. So So equal. In this manner, we can identify the correctness of our subtract answer of the subtraction. The next application of the digit sum is to check the answer of the multiplication. Let's do it with the example. 62 multiplied by 83. To multiply it, we will get 5146 as the answer. Now we have to check whether this is correct or not. So 6, we have to take the digit sum of this 62, that is 8, 6 plus 2. And similarly with 83, 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 is 1 plus 1, 2. Now digit sum of this number, 5 plus 4, 9, we will ignore it. So 6 plus 1, that is 7. If you multiply it, 8 into 2, that is 16. We will, and take the digit sum, we will get 7. So this is correct. Our answer is correct. Let's check for it for the wrong answer. Let's take it 15 into 10. It should be 150 almost. Let's do it 14. Intentionally, I will make it 14. If I make check the answer, 5 plus 1 is 6, 1 plus 1 is 0. And here 1 plus 4 is 5. 6 into 1 is 6, and this is 5. So this is wrong. Hence, we can check our answer using digit sum. Next topic is duplex of a number. Duplex of a single digit number will be the square of that number, and the duplex of double digit number, that let's suppose AB, will be 2 into A into B, and duplex of three digit number ABC will be B square plus 2A, 2 into A into C. Similarly, duplex of four digit number ABCD will be 2 into A into D, that is the corner 1 multiplication 2 multiplied by the corner digits A and D. Next is a 2 into B and C, that is the center digits. This is a simple duplex. Let's calculate the duplex of 745. So duplex of the 745, that is, it is three-digit number. We have to follow this rule. B square means 4 square plus 2 into A is 7. The C is 5. So we'll get 4 square is 16 plus 70. Okay, if we add them, we will get 86. So duplex of 745 is 86. Similarly, we can get it for another digit. Let's come to its application. Application of duplex of number is to find the squares. Okay, so if you want to find a square of a two-digit number, okay, means any number with two digits, that is 52, 55, 56, 17, and so on. Two-digit number, we will get it with the help of this method. That is, we have to find duplex of A, we have to find duplex of AB, and then also duplex of B. And then we have to arrange it in this manner. Okay. Let's take the example of two-digit number, and after that we will come again to three-digit number. So let's take the example of two-digit number 57. we have to find the square of 57. Here, if we compare it with AB square, then we'll get that A is 5 and B is 7. Now, we have to identify the duplex of A. We have to get the duplex of AB. We have to find the duplex of B. Okay. So duplex of A, that is the single is the square of that number, A square. And the value of A is 5. 5 square is equal to 25. AB is 2 into A into B, that is 2 into 5 into 7, which is 70. And B duplex of B is B square, that is 70 square, which is equivalent to 49. Now, we have to arrange them in this order. Okay, let's arrange it. 25, 70, and 49. Now, since every digit is a one-digit number, so we will carry on the second digit to the next cell. If we consider this as a single cell, then we have to add this number to here and this here. So what is the answer? The large digit will be remain as it is 9. 0 plus 4 is 4. Second digit will be 4. 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry over 1 to 1. This is I squared, 3249. Now, let's check whether it is correct or not. What we have for calculating the square, what we have to do is we have to multiply the same number 2 times. So, and we have already seen how to check the answer for the multiplication. 3249. Now, let's calculate the digit sum. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 is 3. Again, 3. We will ignore this 9. 4 plus 5, 9. Okay. Since this is the last, since we have ignored this, we have to consider this 9. So 3 into 3 is 9. So our answer is correct. Similarly, let's calculate the square of the 3-digit number. For this, there is another calculation that we have to do is to get the duplex of ABC. Now let's check the answer. Let's understand this trick. Example 746 square. 746 square. So here, in this case, we have A is equal to 7, B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 6. So we have to find out duplex of A, duplex of AB, duplex of ABC, duplex of BC, and at the last, we have to find duplex of C. So we know that duplex of a single digit number is a square. So A is 7, so 7 square is equal to 49. Duplex of AB will be 2 into A into B, that is 2 into 7 into 4, which is equivalent to 56. Next is duplex of ABC. Its duplex is 4 square plus 2 into 7 into 6, which is equivalent to 16 plus 84 and it is equal to 100. BC, duplex of BC is 2 into 4 into 6 equal to 48. Duplex of C is C square, that is 6 square, 36. Now we have to arrange them in the order 49, 5, 56, 100, 48, and at the last 36. So from here we come to know that 6 is our unit digit number. We will add 3 with 8, we will get 11. So 4 plus 1 will get 5, and this will add up here. We'll get 5 plus 0 as 5, and this 10 will move to here and add up. We'll get 6. So this 5 will carry over here. 9 plus 5, sorry, not 5, this will get 6 because this 10 will get added up with 56, which will convert it to 66. So 9 plus 6 is 15. 4 plus 1 is 5. So this is our answer, 556, 516. 746 square is equal to 556, 516. Now let us check it. 746 into 746. sorry, it is multiplied. 556, 516, 6, 5, 5. We have to check, then we have to find out the digit sum of this. 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 7 is 17, that is 1 plus 7, 8. Similarly, 8 will come over here. Now, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, 16 plus 5, 21, 21 plus 1, 22, 22 plus 6 is 28. The digit sum of 28 is 10, means 1. Now, 8 into 2, 8 into 8 is 64, which is, again, digit sum is 6 plus 4, 10. Again, we have to pick 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Hence, our answer is correct. Next sutra is to calculate the cube of the number. We know that a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus 3a square plus b plus 3ab square plus b cube. We can arrange them in this order: a cube, a square b plus ab square plus b cube, and plus 2a square b plus 2ab square. Now, if we check it in the first row here, then we can identify that if we divide a cube, if we divide a with the last digit. So here the trick is we have to only calculate a cube and b by a. That is, if first the unit digit divided by 10th digit, and we have to calculate the cube of the unit digit 10th digit number. Let's understand this trick, how it works. Let's take a simple example, 12 cube. Here, a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. So a cube is equal to 1 and b by a is equal to 2 by 1, which is equal to 2. Now we already have a cube as 1. Next, we have to find all these numbers, a square, b, ab square, and b cube. Let's find out a square b. How can we find out? Multiplying a cube by with b by a. That is a cube into b by a. We will get a square b. So a cube is 1 and b by a is 2. We will get 2 as a second digit. Second, we have to find ab square. How we can find it? A square b multiplied by b by a, which is equal to a square b is 2, b by a is 2, so the answer is 4. Now p cube. So we can find it the same manner as previous, ab square into b by a, which is equal to ab square is 4, b by a is 2. Answer is A. Now we have to arrange our calculated values in this form. Let's see. First is a cube, which is 1. Next is a square b, that is 2. ab square as 4, b cube as 8. Now, here we already know a square b. We have to just multiply by 2. Similarly, we know ab square. We have to multiply it by 2, and we will get both the digits. So this is a square b. If we multiply it by 2, we will get 4. This is ab square. We will multiply it by 4. We will get 8. Now we have to add them. 8 will come as it is. 8 plus 4 is 12. 4 plus 2 is 6. 1 will come as it is. Now this is single digit. We will write it as it is. From here, we will write 2 as our digit, and 1 will get carry over to the next digit and add it up here. So 6 plus 1 will get 7. 1 will come as it is. This is our answer, 1728. And also we know that 12 cube is 1728. Let's try another number, cube of 32. Here A is B, B is 2. Now we have to find B by A, that is 2 by 3. First, we have to identify a cube, that is cube of 3, which is 27. Now, a square b, which is a cube multiplied by b by a, and it is equal to 27 into 2 by 3 is equal to 18. Next is ab square equal to a square b multiplied by b by a equal to 18 into 2 by 3. Our answer is 12. Next digit is b cube, which is equal to ab square multiplied by b by a. So 12 into 2 by 3, it is 8. So arrange them in the order 27, 18, 12, and 8. Now we have to multiply 18 by 2, that is 36. 12 with 2, 24. 8, 4 to 6, 2 and 3, 8, 6, 14, 3, 1, 5, 7, 8 will come as it is. 6 will come as it is. This 3 will add up to 4, make it 7. This 5 will add it, carry over here, make it 10 plus 5 is 12, carry over 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. 32768 is the cube of 32. This is how it is get easier. There is very less calculation over here in this. Now let's take another little bit tricky one. 67 cube. Cube of 67. In this case, A is 6, B is 7. Now we have to get B by A. That is 7 by 6. Now we have to find A cube, that is cube of 6, which is equal to 216. We all know that. Now A square B is equal to 216, that is A cube multiplied by B by A, that is 7 by 6. It is equal to 36 into 7. 252. Now AB square is equal to 252 multiplied by 7 by 6 equal to 42 into 7. $94. B cube is equal to 294 multiplied by 7 by 6 is equal to 49 into 7 equal to 343. Now we'll arrange them in the order 216, 252, 294, and 343. Now we have to double these digits. This will be 405. 588. Now we will add up. Three 43, 12, 15, 6, 5, 1. So we will take this digit as it is 3. Now we will add these digits over here as a carry forward. So 4 plus 2 is 6. We'll take it. 8 plus 3 is 11. Again, so 11, 1 will get here, 91. So this digit will get to 91 and we will carry forward it to here. So 6 plus 1 is 7, we will write it here. Now 9 plus 5 is 14. 7 plus 1, 84. This number is 84. Now 6 plus 4, 10. Carry over 1, 8 plus 2, 10. 2 plus 1. This is our answer, 300,763. And if we check it, this we will get that this is correct. Next math sutra that we are going to perform is the how to find the square root. First, we'll check whether the number is perfect square or not. To identify whether the number is a perfect square or not, then it should be its digit sum should be either 1, 4, 7 or 9. And it should end with 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 or 0. So if any number ending with other than these numbers, then the number is not a perfect square. So let's see the trick that has to be followed to calculate the square root. Let's take example to understand the sutra of mathematics. 3249. We have to find the square root of this number. Our first step is to divide this number into different pairs. 2 pairs, 32 and 49. We have to start pairing from the rightmost digit. Okay. So by seeing the number of pairs, we can say that there will be 2 digits. Okay. Now from the leftmost pair, get the nearest approximate root. In this case, approximate root of 32 will be lie between 5 and 6. So since this is a 10-digit number, 10th place of the number, the root lie between 50 and 60. Because square of 50 is, square of 5 is 25 and square of 6 is 36. So square of 50 will be 2500 and 6 will be 3600. Clearly it is visible that number will lie between these two. So our 1 digit is final. It will lie between 5 and 6. Now, in the last digit, in the last pair and the leftmost digit, that is 9, we have to get the possible square root. So in the case of 9, 9 comes in the unit digit of square of the 2 numbers, that is 3 and 7. Square of 3 is 9 and 7 is also 49. So unit digit is 9. Now our task is, so it is now, earlier the range, our range is 50 to 60. Now it comes down to only 2 digits, whether the number will be 53 or it will be 57. Okay. Now we have to check which one is the correct. For this, there is easiest step is we have to check the digit sum. How we can check it? 53 sorry, digit sum of 53 square. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 square is 64. Again 64 is 10, which is equal to 1. 57, 5 plus 7 square. 7 plus 5 is 12 square, that is 3 square, which is equal to 6. Sorry, 9. 3 square is 9. Now we have checked the square digit sum of this 3249. 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 9. We will cancel out this 3, sorry, this 9. Now the remaining is 4 plus 2 is 5, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9. So since the digit sum of 57 and 3249 are same, therefore the square root of 3249 is 57.
Next trick that we are going to discuss is how to find a cube root of a fourth, 4, 5, or 6-digit number. So before going into the trick, let us first see cubes of first 9 digits. That is cubes of numbers from 1 to 9. So cube of 1 is 1, 2 is 8, 3 is 27, 4 is 64, 5 is 25, cube of 6 is 216, cube of 7 is 343, 8 is 512, 9 is 7 to 9. These are the cubes of first 9 digits. Okay. So if we look at the cube of 1 is 1, cube of 2 is 8, and cube of 3 is 27. That is the unit digit of the cube of 3 is 7. Whereas unit digit of 4, the unit digit of the cube of the 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, 7 is 3, 8 is 2, 9 is 9. And if you look at these unit digits, you will find that these are unique for everyone. 1 for 1, 2, 8. 8 is nowhere in any of the unit digits of any other number. Okay. 4, 4. So the unit digit problem of the unit digit has been solved. If we get in the unit digit, if we get 8 of any cube, then we can easily say that the unit digit of its cube root will be 2. Similarly, if we get a unit digit, if we get 7 as the unit digit of any number, that means the unit digit of the cube root of this number, of the given number, is 3. There is no chance that other number will be there. But make sure that number should be a perfect cube. Now, how we will find that particular number is a perfect cube or not? For that, there is a trick. We know that the sum of the digits method. So in that method, if we check, the method is if we check this digit sum of 64, 6 plus 4 is equal to 10, that is 1 plus 0, which is equal to 1. And if we check the digit sum, we'll write here digit sum with the name ds. It is 1, this is 1, this is 8, 7 plus 2 is 9, 5, 5 plus 2 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. Say 3 plus 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. 10 is 1. 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. 7 plus 2 is 9. Ignoring this 9, we will get 9. So if we check this digit sum, we will see that digit sum is either 1, 8 or 9, and no other digits are there in the digit sum. So this means that to be a perfect cube, the digit sum of that number should be either 1, 8 or 9. Then only we can say that the number is a perfect cube. Okay. So let's start with our first example. We'll see how this trick will work, how the trick works. So let's take the first example. 4 digit 3375. We have to find out the cube root of this number. Okay. So first divide this number into pairs of groups of 3 numbers each. So we have first pair as 375 and the second is the 3. So as I discussed earlier, last digit, the unit digit of the number will decide the unit digit of its cube root. Here, in this case, the unit digit has 5. This means that the cube root of this number will have 5 in its units place. Correct? Now, the second digit will be related to this number 3. Now, the trick here is we have to find out perfect cube. Make sure I'm saying perfect cube, which comes just before this number. That is the perfect cube that comes before 3, and that is the number 1. The cube root of 1 is 1. So this is a perfect cube. So this is our 10th digit, that is 1. So the cube root of 3375 is 15. Okay. Now let's check whether it is correct or not. Let's find out 15 cube. 15 cube is, we know the formula, a cube a square ab square b cube and 2a square b 2ab square. So here b by a we have to calculate, that is 5 by 1, which is equal to 5. Okay, we have b by a, so we can easily calculate a square ab square. Okay, so a cube, we know a cube is 1 cube is 1. A square b is equal to a cube multiplied by b by a, which is equal to 5. AB square is again equal to 25. B cube is equal to 125. Let's arrange them. 1, 5, 25, and 125. So now double of 5 is 10, price of 25 is 50. Now add this 125, 75, 15, and 1. So unit digit is here 5. This come as it is. This 12 will add up over here. That is, it comes 7 and 8. So this 7 will be our 10th digit. Now 8 will add up to here. 8 5 is 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 carry over 1. This will come 22. This 3 will be our 100th place. This 2 will come over here. 2 plus 1 is 3. So our number is 3375. This shows that our type is correct. That cube root that we have calculated of 3375 is correct. Now let's take another example. Another example will be, let's take 328509. 328509. We have to find out the cube root of this number. So again, pair them up. 328509. Okay. 328 is one group. Sorry, 328 is one group and 509 is the another. So as you know, the cube root of the unit digit, sorry, the unit digit contains 9, and the 9 comes in the cube root of in the cube of 9. Let us check. Yeah. So in the unit digit, the cube of 9 is 7 to 9. That is, the unit digit is 9. So our unit digit is 9. Okay. And now 10th digit 3 to 8. Here 3 to 8, the perfect cube just that lies just before 3 to 8 is 216. That is cube of 6. So our 10th digit is 6. So the cube root of 328509 is 69. So you can verify it, and this cube root of 69. Let's verify it again. Be a 69 cube. No? So we have to calculate first b by a, that is 9 by 6. Okay, which is equivalent to 3 by 2 for our easy calculation. So we know that a cube is 216. A square b will be 216 multiply by 3 by 2, which is equal to 08 into 3, 324. Now AB square will be equal to 324 multiplied by 3 by 2, which is again equal to 486. Now B cube, we know that 9 cube is 729. Or if we calculate to verify whether our calculation is correct or not, we can do it. 486 multiplied by 3 by 2, which is 2, 2, 2, 4, 243 into 3, which is equal to 3 is 9. 3 is 9, this is 12, 729. So our calculation till here is correct. Now we'll arrange in the order. So first is A cube, that is 216, and 3, 2, 4, 486, and 7 to 9. Now we have to double them up. 6, 4, 8. 7, 9. Okay, now we will add them. 729 will come as it is. 6 plus 2, 8, 9, 8, or 8 plus 7 is 15. 9 or 9 plus 4 plus 1, that is carryover. So then it is 14. 8 plus 4 is 12. 4, 2, 4 or 3, 7. 6, 3, 9. 2, 1, 6. So this is our units direct 9. This 72 will add up over here. So 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 1. So this 0 will come over here. And this 153 will add up over here. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 5 plus 7 is 12. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. This 5 will come over here. So till now our answer is correct. So 112 will add up over here. This will make it 6 plus 2 is 8. 1, 1, 1 plus 1 is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 to 8 will come as it is. So this is correct. So this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Piyush sir, for your wonderful session. Dear participants, we will meet tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for our next session. Thank you all.